Hi, welcome to week 1 of Aromatherapy Fundamentals. Before we really get into the course material, I'd like to spend a little time going over the syllabus, just some items I think you might have questions about, and let you know what might be coming up this week. If you could take a look at the syllabus, which is posted in the online course, I'd like you to take a look at the course objectives. I'm not going to go over them here, but for every week of the course in the schedule that gives the details of what's assigned, what kinds of assessments there will be, you're going to find a description of which objectives we're going to be covering that week. And I just want you to be aware from week to week of how what we're doing in a particular week fits into the overall course objectives. This is the textbook for the course, and it's called Aromatherapy for Health Professionals, and it's by Price and Price. This is the 4th edition. It has a lot of great information. We'll be reading quite a lot of the book for the course. For that reason, there won't be a lot of additional readings in the course, a few articles, and you'll see those identified in the class schedule. One thing about this book is that we will also be reading the appendices, the information about the essential oils. Each essential oil is in the appendix, and the appendix is on a CD that is in the back of the book when you purchase it. And so you will need to go into those to find the information on particular essential oils. This is a 7-week course, and every week there will be something that you need to do online. So this first week you'll introduce yourself, and we're going to try to use some innovative technology in the introductions. I hope it works well, so that you can see each other and hear each other, as well as reading a little bit of an introduction about each other. For the coursework, for the discussions, you'll be divided into groups of 6 or 7 students, and within those groups I'll be assigning each student one of the essential oils that we'll be covering in class, and that will be your oil for the course. When we have an online discussion and you're asked to answer within the context of a particular oil, you'll be talking about your oil. That way, you'll be learning from each other as well as from the course material, because you'll all have different oils, and reading the discussion groups will be more interesting because the answers won't be the same for each student. We'll have 3 online course discussions during the 7 weeks of the course. You'll also have 3 online quizzes, and those will be open book, open note. They will not be cumulative. They'll be specific to the material since the last quiz, and those will be multiple choice, and they are individual activities for sure. Let's see. In addition to the readings, there will be a narrated PowerPoint for each class, and there will be one for this class as well, class 1. Let's see. There will be a paper at the end of the class, and that paper is designed to really help you integrate the material of the course. You'll be asked to choose a condition that the essential oil you've been assigned might address in some way, a symptom or a condition, and then you'll be asked to write about about the oil and the condition and how they might be used together. Now, you might have wondered how we're going to smell things online, which is a very good question. This is an essential oil that you might pick up at one of the co-ops in town or at a natural foods store. When you do smell essential oils, you're not required to buy them, but it wouldn't cost a great deal to buy the essential oils that we're covering in class. And so I'm going to show you how you would go about smelling them, and if you don't have a little smell strip like I have here, you might just use a tissue or a cotton ball. Essential oil bottles should be kept tightly closed at all times when you're not using them. And so now I've got a drop of essential oil on this smell strip, and this is how I'd like you to smell it. So you're just about 6 inches out from your nose. You want to pass the strip or the tissue in front of your nose, inhaling. The reason for that is that you smell differently through your 2 nostrils, and so you want to be able to have the benefit of both nostrils when you're smelling it. So you'll get an impression of the oil, of the smell, of how it affects you. So that's how to smell the oils. I would suggest that you purchase at least a couple or a few of the oils just so that you get more familiar with them. And ideally, you would purchase 5 or 6 oils during the course of the course. And these are relatively inexpensive. A bottle like this or a bottle like this that are readily available locally. These are both put out by local companies. Probably cost somewhere between $5 and $10, so they're not super expensive, and they will last a very long time, and you'll have enough information at the end of the class so that you can begin to use them in your own life. Okay, so I think that's all I want to cover before we get into the course material. Let me just check the syllabus again. If you do have questions about anything in the syllabus or how we are doing things in class, during the course of the class, I will have office hours online between 9 and 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Mondays, and that would be a time that you could get me in real time to ask a question, and if we need to, we can set up a Skype or a phone call as well, or you could even stop in. Great, so let's get started.